The return of merchandise shipped as ordered has become a costly problem, and insofar as the goods mentioned in your letter of November 5 are concerned, we are asking your cooperation. These goods were delivered to you some months ago in exact conformity with your order. If they did not please you or were not precisely what you had expected, we feel that in all fairness to us, they should have been returned promptly. Oftentimes, when delay in returning goods occurs, the styles are sold out, and delayed returns then become odd lots for which we have no outlet except at a sacrifice. This is true of the merchandise that you list in your letter. It is quite embarrassing to us, as I am sure you understand, to offer you any credit less than 100 cents on the dollar. On the other hand, however, I know that you would not expect us to assume an unwarranted loss. We are willing to take back the goods and issue credit to you. Dear Sir, the company wishes to thank you for the consideration granted our Mr. Harris when he called at your office. We trust that his visit will lead to a relationship that will be of benefit to all parties. In this connection, we wish to say that we handle all varieties of imported sardines. We have our own plant which places us in an extremely comfortable position when we consider furnishing your requirements, and we hope to have an opportunity at the earliest possible moment that you find yourself in need of our product. We are forwarding under separate cover various samples of our fine fish, quite in contrast to the domestic brands now on the market. Our product contains the pure virgin olive oil. Our enclosed quotation slip gives you the price list in lots of 12 dozen cans at 40 cents per can, plus $2 for shipping. If you should desire to place this order, let us know at once. In any event, we would like your opinion of these varieties and prospects for future sale in your stores. People just love our sardines. Yours truly. Dear Sir, thank you for your letter of June 5 regarding the shipment of furniture delivered to you on April 28. We were very glad to hear from you, especially since you are one of our new customers, and your letter gives us the opportunity to explain our policies. We regret that we cannot refund the freight charges paid by you in the amount of $18.35. It has always been our policy to ship FOB Chicago, the home of our factory. By doing this, we can give you our merchandise at the lowest possible figure, which just covers the cost of production plus a small competitive profit. Many firms ship their goods FOB the city in which the retail store is located. However, since someone must pay the freight and the seller cannot afford to do so, the charges are added to the cost of the merchandise. We do not believe that this policy is fair. What it really means is that the total freight charges are divided among all the customers of the house, regardless of the fact that some are located only a few miles away from the factory, while others are in Maine or California. We endeavor to bring you the high quality of our furniture at the lowest possible price. We hope that the merchandise recently delivered to you is entirely satisfactory and that we will have many business dealings in the future. Dear Mr. James, prior to the receipt of your letter of May 13, we shipped you one Grant stove Model B at the regular price of $43.75. We are, however, selling you the stove at the April sales price of $39.95. Enclosed is a check for $3.80 to cover COD charges to be paid when you receive the stove. Our annual April stove sale ended on April 30. We received your order for the Grant model on May 8th. Ordinarily, we adhere strictly to our sales policy and rarely make exceptions in order to avoid any misunderstanding on the part of our customers. We knew, however, that you had been a satisfied customer in the past, and for this reason we made an exception in your case. In order to avoid the recurrence of this situation in the future, we have added your name to our mailing list of customers receiving special advices about forthcoming sales. We hope you will avail yourself of the values offered during these sales. We thank you for your order and look forward to further orders from you. Sincerely yours. Dear Sir, your check in settlement of our statement of January 31 was received today. We thank you for your prompt payment. Upon checking our accounts receivable, we find that our statement did not include the invoice dated January 15, 1953, in the amount of $15. Our bookkeeping department made an error in omitting it from the statement. In order to facilitate your payment of this invoice, we are adding it to the February statement and want you to apply our regular 2% 10-day terms on this item when you pay the February bill. If there is any misunderstanding about this invoice, please call us at Plaza 9, 1430, extension 178, and we will be happy to discuss this matter. We hope this will not cause you any inconvenience. Very truly yours. Dear Mr. Hanson, we wish to thank you for your letter of March 15. We wish it were possible to accept your invitation to advertise in your coming program book. It is unfortunate, however, that there seems to be no way in which we can work with you in this respect at this time. The advertising budget and appropriations for all our books are studied, analyzed, and carefully prepared many months in advance. Detailed campaigns are planned, procedures and budgets are prepared. Artwork and production are carefully gone over. All the various details, up to the most minute point, are very carefully considered and planned so that a long-range campaign can be carried through on each of our publications. As you can readily understand, on such a basis as that, it becomes impossible to break a schedule. Once that happens, there seems to be no end to the flood. Gradually we accumulate more exceptions than we have rules, and so finally the whole established procedure becomes upset. To avoid that, we have set a rigid rule that we cannot consider any extraordinary advertising venture after the original appropriation has once been determined. I am sure you will see the justice of this position and the logic underlying it. We have gone rather into detail because we want you to know that we appreciate your courtesy in writing to us. Though we shall not be able to work with you in exactly the manner you contemplated, I should like to extend my personal best wishes and those of Mr. Jensen's for a most successful affair. Yours very truly.